All right. Give me like 1 second and I'll get started. It's not gonna be a very long session today. We're just gonna be drawing this one picture. So give me 1 minute. I'll be right back. Okay. So bear with me just another second longer. I'm trying to get my workspace rehabilitated. I played D&D last night, and whenever I play D&D, I have to like rearrange my desk. It's like totally opposite of how my well, let's see, how do I describe this? I've got a big 24 Wacom tablet right in front of me that's on a swivel, and I've got another monitor behind it that's elevated. It's like a dual monitor system. But whenever I'm drawing, I tilt the Wacom 24 tablet, like a drawing tablet, away from me, kind of close to my chest. But whenever I play D&D, I kind of rearrange it all because I just, it's more about being able to see what's on the screen. Colco, yeah. A lot of people are starting to work on their Halloween stuff. I was thinking about doing something Halloween themed as well. I'm not sure what I would do yet, but so today I actually ordered something on the internet. I ordered myself. I've already got like a pretty high quality microphone, but I don't have any like how do I say this? I don't have any soundproofing in my room, so I found this this little booth you can utilize. It's like a small one that will help get rid of sound, ambient sound. So I ordered that today. It was like $80, so it should help my audio quality a bit. Let's see. I gotta turn my microphone up a little bit. There we go. Point it more this way. Oh, this mic is not it. I actually have like a semi-professional one. I've actually done my own like voice acting in some of my stuff, and so this right here is my webcam. So I actually have another microphone dedicated for like sound work and stuff. Patrolling the Mojave. What are you in the Israel? Are you in the military? Oh, never mind. Alright, so I'm just going to be sketching this for a little while. I may or may not talk while I do it. But we're in the sketch phase right now, so things might... things will probably get a little better. So, you know, sorry if she looks like a robot. Yeah, she's gonna be, you know, strolling along the beach, kind of like the reference here. I was looking around for references I can utilize for drawing her, and I found this model called Marie Tamara. She's got a lot of photographs and stuff, so I'm utilizing her today. So let's see, let me get this all kind of cleaned up here. Yeah, no, when you said patrolling the Mojave, when you said patrolling the Mojave, it kind of reminded me of when I was in the Marine Corps. We used to do that a lot. So. Yeah, that's okay. I mean, you know, I'm doing my best here, man. Alright, so I'm gonna turn this down and get back to it. So, what I probably need to do then is I'm gonna have to, I'm probably gonna have to start, I'm probably gonna need to start articulating some of her appendages. So, like her hands and feet and stuff. So I'm not like the greatest when it comes to drawing feet, so I'm gonna have to use a lot of reference here. So I'll get rid of the sun hat for now. Keep this open, kind of visible, but sort of not really. I started articulating her chest a little bit yesterday. That's probably where I should stop there for now. So, I got her basic body all together. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna start articulating her musculature. I pull out this book that I always have on my desk. I'm sure you heard my drawer open up. It's called Dynamic Anatomy by Bern Hogarth. I'll go ahead and write the name down here. Bern Hogarth. It's a pretty good book, and really does a great job of breaking down all the muscles into very easy to understand shapes. I also have next to me a little anatomy model. I'll take a picture of it later and show you guys on like a community note or something. But I've always got a few different references around me, just in case. I've also got a little copy of Morpho. So I've got a simplified forms Morpho little handbook inside my drawer too, right next to Bern Hogarth. So, you know, it's always good to have these things around when you start to feel a little lost. Anatomy is a little hard to learn, but the only reason it's hard to learn is just because there's so much of it. The anatomy itself is actually not... If you give yourself a chance to really dive into it, you might be surprised at how simple it actually all is. Anatomy isn't the artist's weakness. Feet are the artist's weakness. A person who can draw feet is basically, well, they've got it all figured out. So I'm gonna turn the image size up here. I kind of want this to be. I want this to be a little bigger, so I'll make this 41. This is gonna cripple my project file here, so I'm gonna need to restart Photoshop. Just give me 1 second. One sec, guys. Questions. So Hikari, I'll answer your question first. Yeah, I've got plans for what I want to do with my animation. She-Hulk honestly was not part of the plan. I did it on a whim, and I was just surprised at how quickly it took off, and so I figured I'd pursue this angle for a little bit. But the ultimate plan is to utilize my animation to tell more serious stories that deal more with real world stuff. I'm also thinking that I'm drinking coffee, by the way. I'm thinking that I might start posting tutorials on how to animate at some point. Some folks really seem interested. And someone did suggest I start a Discord, so that'd be kind of cool. All right. So, yeah, I'm gonna make this my brand. I kind of want to make it a label of some kind. Kolko. Hey, yeah, thank you. I worked really hard on that particular aspect of the cartoon, so thank you for saying it adds personality. On that note, this actually kind of harkens to Hikari's question. I actually do have another cartoon that I'm actually actively working on right now, as it relates to this character. That picture you guys might have seen on, say, Twitter, or if you're in Brazil, Newgrounds, where it's like that perspective drawing of like looking up at Jen. I'm gonna animate that. I've already sent the script to Sexy VO. She's taking a look at that right now. We'll start working on the voice together. And once we have that, then I'm gonna start blocking in the cartoon, because it depends a lot on acting. So once we get that going, then all my works in progress is we'll start dealing with that project, not drawings. So you guys can look forward to that. All right. So once again, I'm gonna get rid of this all the way first. So label this chest. Then I'm going to start doing more muscles. All right. Mario, how do you exaggerate the body? It kind of depends on the character and kind of who they are, what sex they are. For females, I tend to exaggerate the hips. Same as pretty much all artists. I try not to exaggerate her chest too much. That's more of a secondary characteristic, and it really can be more distracting than useful. So hips and legs are kind of where I like to exaggerate for women. Do I actually enjoy animating? Yeah, I love it. I love animating. The problem with that is, you do something long enough, and you start to hate it a little bit because of how complicated it can be. So yeah, I love it. It's just sometimes it gets so unbelievably difficult that I do start to hate it sometimes. But it doesn't mean I don't love it, if that makes any sense. Okay. So I need to be looking to my reference. So let me go ahead and get another window open. So it's good to have multiple views open at once, so that way you don't have to kind of like just scrub back and forth between one area of the drawing and another. So right now I want to focus on Jennifer's her hand that's in her hair, but I can't really get in there without having to like zoom out and take a look at it over there. So I've actually got a separate window open up here where I can actually see her hand closer. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn up the opacity again. All right. So here we go. I don't actually have a lot of interest in animating about the Marine Corps. The Marine Corps was cool and all, but it was also just, it was only one part of my life, and I'm not really I don't know. There's so many other people out there that are doing it, and those aren't really the things I want to talk about. My experience in the Marine Corps wasn't really all that interesting. All right, so let me go ahead and start sketching this. I'm gonna go with a smaller brush here. So, let me actually open up my Vern Hogarth book over to hands, just so that way I kind of have something there, kind of see where the main forms are. Let's see, Israel. Yeah, maybe. 100,000 subs. That's kind of far down the road. I'll be excited when I get to 20. I never expected to get that many subscribers on YouTube, honestly. So I'll stick with 20 for me. But I appreciate the enthusiasm. How come all these views are at the inside? There we go. That's better. What art question do I hate being asked? I don't know. I don't really get asked a lot of art questions that I don't like. I guess the closest answer I got is like there are some things I am asked to draw that kind of get me a little I don't know if concerned is the word, but it's like I'm not that kind of dude. Like honestly, drawing this character has got me a lot of requests of the not safe for work variety, of which I don't have anything opposed to the not safe for work community. It's just not really what I do. So there are times that I will get very interesting requests that deal with things of that nature. So like I think one of the ones I get asked to draw a lot is feet. I don't really give those even the time of day anymore. It's like, dude, like I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not that kind of artist. Yeah, I should have expected it too, but still. Yeah, a lot of people in my inbox will ask me if I could draw this character, doing stuff as it relates to feet. And it's kind of like, bro, come on. That said, I'm not shaming at all, but it sounds more like a kink thing. And that's just not what we do here. So I got a shape here, that kind of comes up here. Okay. So then her radius comes up here and sort of works its way down this way. Yeah, I don't want to go fucking. Oh, I apologize for my language. I don't want to go putting labels on them. I don't want to assume they are, they're people of ill repute. Give me one sec, guys. My wife's calling me. wife wanted to show him something on TV. Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to drawing. I wouldn't be opposed to drawing Shin Lee down together. She's a pretty cool character. Alright, here we go. So let me get that. So actually it'll be this. So we got a whole bunch of this stuff going on. Yeah, I'm right now I'm just articulating her I'm articulating the musculature on her appendages. So right over here would be kind of where her ulna originates, and that's where a lot of the contractor and extensor muscles come from. So, and you're talking about Bruce the Hulk, right? Because I actually do have some ideas I actually want to pursue with that, because obviously they're cousins. I have some ideas as to what I could draw with them. So the story that I thought of with this character, the main sort of like human story, that would be at the center of the entire like human drama would be her relationship with Bruce, because that's a pretty big thing that occurs, where he kind of like alters her life in that way, by making her a superhero to save her life and all that. There's a lot of human drama that can be discussed there. One second. I'm trying to look at my reference and talk at the same time. Yes, I will be posting the final product. You won't have to wait. Well, I mean, you kind of will, but... And, yeah, Neo, I'm kind of getting the impression that some people are getting the wrong idea with this character, because I'm not really doing... That's not what I'm doing, that's not what I'm trying to do, but I also can't stop people from, like, taking it however they want to take it, so... because of that, I'm definitely going to be toning that down going forward. Because, frankly, I'm just tired of having to justify it. I don't really care if she lies about her height or not. She's got to make money. She has that right, you know what I mean? There's still a lot of people out there who still buy it anyway, you know? They still will buy her her subscriptions. So yeah, I definitely am gonna have to start toning down some things, because yeah, some people will get the wrong idea. Or maybe I won't. Maybe I'm just kind of like talking. I'm just talking nonsense right now. Thing is, a lot of people, they see anything at all that resembles you know, female skin, they go crazy, and that's not really my problem. So if people want to, you know, turn it into that, that's them. Let's see, so Thing is with this character though, that's just part of who she is, man. So, hang on, I'm kind of entering drawing mode right now. Let's go ahead and do her other hand now. Well, actually, no, that was the right one. What am I doing? There we go. Sweet. Alright, so I got a pretty clear view of her arm. Alright, let's do this. Israel. What's my inspiration for drawing? If I'm being honest, I don't have any. I have people who inspire me in terms of my style, but in terms of actually drawing, I'm really not even that big of a fan of drawing. I've never really liked it. It's more work to me. Know what I mean? Hang on, I'm gonna flip this because my reference on my book goes the other way. So I guess the thing that inspires me right now, I'm trying to get faster, and so I'm trying to work on my speed a little bit. So I suppose that could be a inspiration. Let's see, here we go. Well, I'm changing my references so that way they can they match up. So gotta get that shape closer to what it's at here. So let me turn that down a little bit. I generally try my best to make work that I don't feel like I wasted my time on. So let's see. There's one thing I absolutely can't stand. It's wasting my time and anyone else's time. So I don't like taking longer on stuff than I normally would have to. So 1 second. So here's the home. It's almost like a little, it flows out this way. Skin. DJ. Avengers Endgame wasn't horrible. I think it was a step down from Infinity War. I mean, Infinity War, if they had ended it right there, I mean, obviously they could never do that, but if they had ended it right there, I would have been happy. Personally, like, the whole time heist thing, that was a little lame. Honestly, it felt like cheating. Like, come on, guys, you lost, so you have to go back in time and, like, you know, kill Thanos in the past. Y'all couldn't live with your failure. So where did that bring you? Back to me. Eisen, yeah, you know, the thing is, a sketchbook is a private thing. So if someone's going through and looking at it without your permission, yeah, I'd be pretty pissed off myself. So yeah, I'm getting her finger musculature together. So since she's a superhero, I can actually focus a little bit more on her musculature in her hand. I have the basic shape down for her hands, so there's no need to be too careful. John Pa Art. Yeah, he draws pretty good stuff. Good anatomy. I think he's got a solid business model, and he's an overall really just nice dude all around. His art is marketed towards a very specific person, very specific type of client, and they're just decent drawings overall. So I think his artwork's great. I might have to shrink that part a little bit. Yeah, pretty much. But that's kind of one reason why I want to start branching out of this character for a little bit and kind of get back to what I usually do. This character brings in a lot of clientele, and in the end, what we got to do at this stage, for at least for me, is I gotta get people into my Patreon so I can we can support that work. So let me go ahead and look at her muscles again. An arm. And I just realized it's upside down. I was flipping it. Go into legs in a little bit. Alright. I kind of wish I had like a super high res 3D model, because then I can actually use that for anatomical reference. Because there are just some angles where it's a little hard to figure out what's happening, like here, for example. So this is sort of the opposite thing we have going on over here, where her ulna is like right here. What I might need to do is not focus so much on the musculature and focus more on the shape itself. So let's take a look. Yeah, in the end, I think a lot of professional artists, we have the same fears. We don't want to have our stuff that we don't want to show to people shown. Not everything that you make needs to be shown to people. That's just not that's not really how it works. Like my sketchbook. Hold on 1 second. Yeah. God. I have this set. Try not to get distracted by my own phone. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on silent for a minute. Alright, here we go. So let's go ahead and start doing that. So this is the tricep. I need to have her come out a little more. Yeah, even my wife. Thing is, I haven't kept a proper sketchbook in a little while. I do have a sketchbook, and I'll still go into it once in a while. I'm not one of those dudes who will draw every single day. But I don't know. Like to have some things private, So in the end, like a lot of this sketchbook stuff, it's mostly for our own practice. We're not trying to show no one. It's like a diary. You know what I mean? And hey, sometimes you just dudes don't need to see that. I guess have a bunch of like animations that I haven't published yet. So I guess that's kind of the closest thing I got. Is I've got a whole bunch of animations on the back burner that I've been kind of like low-key working on. But I just haven't finished them yet. So, you know, here's the ulna. It kind of comes down like that. Sort of ish, yada yada yada. So down here, jutting out of the chest would be the bicep. Neo. Yeah, I do have an Instagram. I'm actually on it quite regularly too. Here, let me give you guys my Instagram in case you want to follow me. And I'm not logged in here. Shoot. Let me do it this way. Let me do it on my phone. One second, guys. You know what? Here, I'll just give you my username. You. Oh, I see what you mean. You do. I read that wrong. My mistake. Sorry. Totally blew that one. So here would be her radius and her. So let me go ahead and define her radius a little bit over here. I'm gonna. Ah, man. Let me check. Let's see if it's good references here. What's going on, Tiger? Let's see. This computer that I'm using is probably around probably around 2-3 years. I might be getting to the point where I'm going to need to upgrade the hardware soon. I've been rolling with a 1070 for a while, but yeah, it's kind of getting to the point where it's getting a little archaic. So. Wait, did someone's computer crash? I read power. I didn't realize we were talking about somebody else. I thought someone was asking about my computer. My mistake. So over here is where the bicep brachii comes over, and then this right here is the deltoid. Not the deltoid. No, yeah, the deltoid. So it's... and it kind of comes down here into her trapezius. And right around here is where her pectoralis major goes in between the both of them. And it kind of comes up like so. Okay. Yeah, you need to get a new computer. I thought my computer was old. 14 years? Wow. I'm surprised that thing even... You're on Windows 8, you said? Oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh. That was mean. That is definitely an old computer, though. Let me get my other muscle book really quick. Where is it? Classical Human Anatomy. I'm not saying poor. You don't gotta be rich to get a computer these days. Okay, here we go. That's a good one. Here's a good reference right here. Here's another good book. Sag, I didn't see this. Hi, Sag, by the way. I didn't see the second one yet. So I'll take a look at it when I go on break, alright? For now, though, let me send you guys this. It's Classical Human Anatomy. Alright, yeah, here's another good book that I'm actually referencing right now. Alright, so this is going to help me kind of map out what's happening in this bent arm here. So here... So let me actually let me turn that part like this, because that's more how it is in the reference. I'll do Jen's face after this. I don't play a lot of let's see. Heisen, I mean, there's like so much art of She-Hulk in bikinis out there. I'm shocked you haven't seen anything like that, because it's so prevalent in the old days, and it's still prevalent now. You know what I mean? So this right here would be this is where the tendon comes out and then juts up. So all of this is tendon. Then we got a whole bunch of musculature that kind of juts in. These are the contractor muscles that I'm kind of looking at right now. There's so many contractor muscles, so I try to just keep them all in one group. If I wanted to more accurately articulate them, that would be a whole different process. You know, your computer's like that dude from Green Mile, that convict who was like, "I'm tired, boss." You know, that's basically your computer. Hang on, so let me I forgot to define her bicep. Let me do that real quick. So all of this is a muscle group, which means her bicep, its widest point would come down like that, and then come down like that. And then from behind here we've got the tricep. So up here we've got again pectoralis major. Then intersecting with that is the front third of the deltoid. Okay. What's going on, Naylan? You know, back in the old days, like 2007, when like modern gaming was starting to become more modern, the old question of computer quality was, can it run Crysis? I remember when they announced that game, when they showed the graphics, it was like, to a little, like, you know, how old was I at the time? I was probably like 13. To a little 13-year-old seeing graphics like that, I'm like, bro, no way. That looks like it looks like a picture. All right. So, kind of wish the oh wait, the reference kind of does have the same pose for the other arm. Let me do that real quick. Oh no, wait, except her. Yeah, no, I got that right. Her radius turns that way, which would mean all of this would be hidden and kind of like angled in. All of that angles over. God, you remember that, right, Sag? Crisis was like the shit back in the day. Alright, so all of this, the tendon. Well, luckily that's all hidden by hair, so I don't really have to be. Oh shoot, I have another question there. Peak artist? Well, I don't know. There's not really one artist I consider like, you know, better than like that's like the peak. Like this right here is like is the art. This is what we do. There's no artist like that out there for me. Alright, DJ, you have a good one, okay? Thanks for stopping by, man. Alright, I'm gonna start doing her face a little bit. So I'm gonna focus more on the drawings that I already did for her. Try to keep those more in line. So alright, cool. So let me do this. Let me get her reference. So because this part of her upper body is actually a low down perspective, when we see her face kind of like tilted towards us, that means her neck is actually craned towards us. Alright. So let me start drawing her head. So having her hair hang down this time. I'm not gonna have it all bunned out or anything. It's actually the end of her. So, alright. That's not right. It would be more like down. Boom. Yeah, no, even that's not right because her ear would be more like down this way. So. Yeah, drawing is a lot of push and pull. It's a lot like sculpting. Orlando. Actually, no, this isn't normal gen. This is still green gen. I just used a normal woman as a reference. I actually did draw a normal gen a couple days ago. You can see her image on my latest video. Yeah, no, normal gen wouldn't have arms this big. Yeah, this character right here is pretty yoked. Oh, yeah. I thought you were talking about this one. I'm sorry, Orlando. No, I kind of wanted to take another look at that version because I haven't drawn her in a little while. figure maybe some things about how I would design her might have changed. So all of this is gonna be these are just kind of like rough guidelines for how I'm gonna have her face. So and all this is gonna be her cheekbone that comes over here. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and lightly erase this because it's only a guideline. Sort of like the pirate code. All right. The metal. Well, I'll tell you what. I haven't drawn the bikini yet, so who knows? Maybe it will. I have no idea. Ugh. Yeah, the pirate code. Pirates of the Caribbean. It's more like guidelines than rules. I can't be the only one who remembers that. Orlando. It's not much of a pivot. I like having results faster. You know what I mean? But in the end, like, animation and drawing are like the same thing. So it's not like a crazy, not like a crazy transition. Starting a drawing, then having it done, like, you know, in the same week versus starting an animation, having it be done in the next month. It's nice having results faster. Okay, so over here will be your brow ridge. So here will be middle, which means the bottom of her nose will be around here. Sorry I talk while I draw. I sometimes, I'm sure a lot of you guys do the same thing, so I don't even know why. I'll apologize. It's your hairline, simple. It's actually supposed to come down. Alright, cool. Okay. I appreciate that, Orlando. What's going on, Joseph? You sing a song when you draw. That's a flex. Alright, so tip of her nose over here. Which means her mouth will be over here somewhere. Over here will be her eyes. So actually, I kind of made a little mistake here. Her cranium would sort of dip in like this around her orbital and then sort of jut out when it hits the high point of her cheek. So then all that would kind of angle over. So yeah, I've sent my Discord name a few times. I'll send it one more time, but I am absolutely dead certain this is my name. I've gotten a few Alright, see you later, Heisen. Thanks for coming in today. But I need to kind of look at her reference, that drawing that I did for her. last. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to change her expression a couple of times, but I kind of like this sort of looking off in the distance look that she has here. So I might try to replicate that. I might try to prevent myself from like going all out on like every single drawing and like trying to like shade it to like by the best of my ability. Like I might just stick to cell shading here, just so that way I can get it done faster. Okay, so all this is gonna be where our brow is. No one's spammed my Discord yet, so that's a relief. My drip. Alright, cool. So I'm definitely gonna need to focus on that other eye. The away-facing eye is always a challenge, so I gotta kind of go back to the basics here. I gotta pull up my model, kind of remind myself how eyes are drawn. So in the end, it's a ball. The opening comes up like this for the eyelids. Wraps around. With a little, I forget what you call that thing. It kind of jets down from there and does the opposite. So the eyelid goes up. Alright, cool. Let's see. So now I gotta do it in perspective. So I gotta pretend here's the middle of the eye. So kind of like right here. So I'm gonna come up and over. Like this. It's not bad practice to kind of just go back to the basics once in a while. Just to kind of remind ourselves how this stuff is done. So for her, it wouldn't wrap all the way around because we can still see the front of it. So we'll kind of that. So boom, boom. Yeah, we're talking about Discord chats, because someone, it's Neo. He's been trying to get a hold of me on Discord for a while, but it's like, I gave him my username a long time ago, and for some reason, it's like not letting him add me. I really don't have any explanation as to why. I don't like how high our eye line is, so I might bring it down. It's okay if I cheat like this. Digital, because I don't want to like draw anything. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. It ain't nothing like that. No one said anything embarrassing. Everything is fine. I'm probably gonna have to redo that expression again later, but that's okay. Might try to actually make her eyebrow. I'm talking about Pirates of the Caribbean, by the way. When I mentioned the pirate code, I was. You guys don't remember that scene when like they were talking about the pirate code and stuff, like when Elizabeth was trying to parlay, and Barboza was like, "It's more like guidelines instead of codes, instead of actual rules." You guys don't remember that? Cause I do. Pirates of the Caribbean was such a huge part of my childhood. All right. So I'm gonna have her. I'm gonna have her hair be a little more free flowing here. I'm not gonna have her. No, the pirate code. Pirate code. I have not seen the Wolfman remake starring Benicio del Toro. The only thing I have seen with Benicio del Toro was Sicario. Damn good movie, man. Alright. Let me pull up my reference again. Alright, guys, I'm gonna take a small break. I can kind of feel my eyes getting a little strained, so just hang tight for a minute, and I will be right back. Let me go ahead and turn my... I'll be right back, guys. I have returned. So yeah, stay tuned for like the next week or so. Probably the next like, oh, Israel, Battlefield 4 rocks. I got into that just recently. But yeah, stay tuned in the next year, or the next month or so. I'll be starting up my next cartoon so you guys can see the animation process play out. It's gonna be kind of a short one. Well, this cartoon right here, I'm gonna be doing is it's gonna be another She-Hulk one. Yeah, so it's that cartoon that I posted, or that picture I posted on Twitter, where it's like the low angle perspective, where she says, "It's okay if you stay down, old man. I won't tell Bruce." I'm animating that. Wolfman. Yeah, I do want to draw a version where she has green eyes and she's all like, insane, hulked out, losing control. You definitely will be getting that. I never played 2042, so I can't be a good judge of that. But what I do know is the jump from Battlefield, or I played a ton of Battlefield 3 back in the day, and jumping into Battlefield 4 was like riding a bike. I never even played the game before, so that tells me they did a great job with it. Alright, so let me go ahead and do her chest area. That's... You know what? I'll tell you. The old man in question is Logan. So she's sparring with Logan. So I'm considering whether I should animate him like having his claws do their thing. And the reason that she says that particular sentence to him because in this universe, yeah, actually, Orange Suit Logan is exactly where I was going with it. But in this universe, obviously, the Hulk and Logan have fought, and it's been more or less dramatized and talked about and all that. And the real story is actually pretty messed up. But to Jen, like that's what it is. Just like a silly little story of a fight that they had once. She doesn't take it too seriously, and so she kind of wants to mock him a little bit. Yeah, it's the WUK mascot. That'd be kind of funny. All right, hang on. Let's do this. So hers are sternocleidomastoid coming down like that, and then we have her trap muscles. Okay, so let me go ahead and do the other side just to indicate them. So that's where her Adam's apple would be. These are all her pectoralis major. This is her sternum. Son, her breast tissue. I'll get to her breast tissue later. That's not something we're gonna really focus on right now. So that's all her pectoralis major. Yeah, Logan is one of those characters who I really do want to give a shot. I've always liked Wolverine. I mean, who hasn't really? But it's not just the fact that it's Wolverine. I would imagine that or how I imagine him at least, he's actually a significant character in this character's story. So he has to have purpose, not just be fan servicey. I suppose you could pretend whoever. I suppose you could just pretend whoever you want it to be. So then here's where her bikini comes down and rides over her chest. Same deal over here, rides around her neck. Here. I'm gonna include the areas where the material on the bra come over, so it'd be like right here and right here. So they kind of ride up this, right up this. So they both come down here, or like that. They start to hug her. They hug her obliques and her lat muscles. So then, this right here is one. This right here is one. So then this kind of comes over like that. So then we've actually got a bit of squish action going on down here. So cleavage kind of comes in like this. All right, sweet. And then we have a little bit of that going on the other side too. So it comes to meet her obliques and then almost comes straight up. Like that. Right, material comes together here and then same deal. We've got a bit of squish going on here. Bada boom. Alright, so most of her chest kind of comes up like this, but it's more or less complemented, surely by design or by accident, by her brassiere design. Alright, cool. Okay. That's not good. Let me see. Cool. So, let me go ahead and articulate her abdominal section. I'm just going to move down section by section. Okay. So let me get my... Oh my god, I totally forgot about my clothes. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go get something out of the laundry. Sag, I'll be here, man. Come back whenever you're ready. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta get my clothes out of the laundry. I totally forgot about them. Okay, all taken care of. Back to it. So what was I saying? I'm doing. Oh, that's right. Abdominal muscles next. So the model obviously doesn't have a lot of definition there. She has some. She's in good shape, but she's not like a, she's not like a superhero or nothing. So I'm gonna be utilizing her, her natural look, but I'm gonna accentuate it with reference for my muscular look. Luckily, the author of this book has several drawings that pertain to both male and female musculature. That said, I'm probably gonna stick to using the male anatomy for the ab section, just because of how she would naturally look, or how Jen Walters would probably look. All right, here we go. So, I'm gonna find. Let me go ahead and get all zoomed in on her abs section. Let me go ahead and get rid of the sun hat thing for now. Kind of don't need that. All right. There we go. So, I'm gonna have to work on the shape of this because it's cartoony, but it might be a little too cartoony. Let's see. So, because she's a superhero, what's going on, silly lasagna? So because she's a superhero, I'm gonna go ahead and make her obliques and this top section of her abs kind of blend together. So it's like the eighth set of ab muscles in an 8-pack. We have 6 packs, not 8. But old school like Roman sculpture would actually, to create the idealized core, include this as an ab section. So obviously we don't have that, but including it doesn't hurt. Okay. So let me find her where her aces would be kind of located around here, which would mean all of this would be where the oblique muscles kind of crest over. Right? So I'm actually going to increase the size of it. Kind of like that, like a big. That. Cool. Maybe that's a little too small on the right. I intentionally made it smaller, but I think that's just too small. So maybe right there. So kind of press down, like so, and like so. Okay, so all of this is gonna be where will naturally come down. Yeah, give me a second to figure out where I would actually put her belly button. So I think I might have actually made the eighth set of abs in the 8-pack a little small. So let me actually. So it's gonna be more over and then bada boom, bada bang. Yeah, everyone has it except Mark Zuckerberg. So over here. So actually I need to make sure I include indicators of where her pectoralis major would ride up, because I gotta start figuring out where the obliques are gonna be and where the latissimus dorsi comes down, which would be kind of like here. Over. So I'm gonna actually start replicating, or I'm gonna start indicating her muscles. Like so. I'm just gonna make basic shapes for now so I can come back to them. So then her belly button will be somewhere around here. Tiger, can you remind me what that tweet said again? Because I don't quite remember which one. I apologize. Okay, so her other obliques would kind of ride over like that, and then so her obliques would actually come over like that and come down. All right. I'm just trying to make sure that when I draw her abs, that everything that is on it looks like it comes and goes somewhere. Oh. Yeah, Neo, I don't really got any last words, man. There'll be more words later, so go enjoy your show, man. So I've got this section here. So then right where this would come down would be her belly button. So this right here will be where her belly button is. The belly button position actually doesn't matter. It's like different from person to person. But I like to kind of just put it between it's a section of the skin. It's not part of the muscles. So it doesn't really matter where you put it. So yeah, man, thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Last section, it's gonna be a little softer. Okay. Then it's gonna kind of come down. Slow down. Alright, so her obliques. Over and come down like that. Over here it'll be something similar. So then the basis will be right here. Sweet. All right, we're gonna start getting into some other stuff down here, but I'm gonna probably let's see. I'm gonna darken these up so that way we just get indication that this is all hidden. Okay. Okay. So this is gonna be a little softer, and then this will come. So now we're starting to get into crotch stuff. A good answer to that, lasagna, might just be anatomy practice. Have fun doing it, and get something out of it, you know? Okay, so actually her entire oblique is to come and pronounce like this. For this side, it's a little bit softer. Okay. These aren't going to be like plainly visible, but they're going to be indicated by shading. So I'm just putting them there for that purpose when I get there. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm actually gonna draw her. Her bikini. So I'm actually gonna make the top of her bikini hug that last section of her abs. So I'm gonna have it meet up kind of like right here. So then it's making sure where I get a place where her leg begins. So for this one, it'd be kind of like here. What that's gonna mean is that her crotch will come down like here. So actually, I think I need to bring her bikini line down a little bit. Probably like right around. So then they're both gonna ride up over the forms of her they're gonna ride up over the forms of her obliques and around. So the first thing I'm gonna do is indicate where the intersections are. Okay. And then so this kind of rides down like this. Okay. Then this one does the same, but comes in sharper. Almost straight line. So it's actually kind of a pretty wide or pretty long bikini line, but that's okay. So I'm gonna have her come down like that. Yeah, no, I haven't decided on whether it's gonna be a metal one or not yet, so I wouldn't get too hung up on it because I may not do it, but you know, we'll see. Anything's possible. All right, Lasagna. Well, thanks for coming along. Hope to see you on the next one. Enjoy your drawing. Okay. So this one kind of comes around, straight down like that. Okay. Thank you very much, Lasagna. Well, you have a nice rest of your day, okay? So comes down and then comes right. So this sort of angles around and then straight down. So all this is gonna be pretty together. Alright, cool. Sweet. Alright, so this isn't gonna be so sharp where her obliques come and merge with her hip. I'm actually gonna soften that a lot. I kind of want to try to preserve the feminine figure of the model here, because I'm gonna have a lot of that muscle come to play down here in her legs. But for now, I'm gonna just roll with this. Right? Save often, save always. I'm gonna actually flip the drawings, that way I don't get stuck in any one particular angle. Okay. So now I'm moving down to her legs. Yeah, no, I haven't decided on whether to do that yet or not, so we'll see. I could see the appeal of wanting to do that. Callback, so to say. So, boom, and then come down this way softly. All right. So, rest of the leg bone would kind of come over and down. So same deal over here. Her obliques would come down and then softly transition into her hip. So that'll make the line weight a little thicker towards the end of her hip. So I'm gonna need to figure out the muscles over here again. So pretty much all of this here is gonna be working its way inward. This will all be in shadow. Okay. Which would mean the sartorius would come down like that. Okay, cool. But abdomen. So I've got a crease in her legs that come almost all the way over here to indicate that her leg is bending forward. Kind of comes around. So now I should slide. Okay. I'm definitely gonna need to start pulling out some reference for this part here, because there's a lot going on in the legs, and I feel like if I am not careful, I will absolutely blow it. Okay. So all of that, all of this, it's just a shadow. Let me open to my leg muscle section of this book. It'll help when I start getting to the feet as well. That's going to be kind of a tough one. There. Right, here is my leg section. So I'm gonna have to go super sketchy here. So let me get this simplified. No, she's actually wearing leggings that constitute shoes, I guess. But I don't generally have this character wearing shoes. Not sure why. I figure she would more or less walk around, you know, not wearing shoes. All right, here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna get a whole new. I can probably get rid of this. Yeah, I don't need this layer. So I'm gonna make a new layer, and I'm going to start sketching in her leg muscles. So let's start using our brains here. So the gluteus medialis comes down like that and meets the crest of her leg bone around here. You know what? To keep things simple, I'm going to actually use a different color. So the gluteus medialis comes down and like dips in here, and it meets her leg bone, and the edge of it comes out like that. So that is her leg bone, right? Let me turn the under layer down a tad because I feel like it's going to start interfering if I keep that too visible. All right. So we're going to start getting into some crazy stuff here. So right now I'm copying from reference. I'm trying to figure out how to design her leg muscles to where they're three-dimensional, but keep to the outline that I've already designed for her. I like the shape of her legs in general. I just got to make the muscles inside that will warrant them. So let me go ahead and actually create the endpoint. Thank you very much, Israel. Tiger. Yeah, you know, if my drawings end up getting posted somewhere, you know, I guess that's a compliment. All right, so this is where the tendon rises up from her patella. All right, so this right here is where the tendon comes down. Okay, so the widest point of the, I think this is the rectus femoris, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Yep, rectus femoris. So the thickest part of the rectus femoris comes down right around here. Comes up from here. Okay, yeah, we've got a little bit of inconsistency right now. I'm gonna fix it. So this right here is the thickest part. Kind of juts out like so. Circles over like this. And it comes down here. So I gotta indicate where this three-dimensional aspect goes. So it kind of comes around and works its way back. I'm gonna actually flip this that way I don't get lost in the perspective of it. You know what? I'm actually gonna turn this drawing down too. So I'll turn them both down. All right. So let's see. Yeah, I'm grateful if folks want to you know, post them somewhere else. If they credit me, that's cool. All right. So thickest part, and then come down to the patella. So all of this needs to be erased a little bit. Okay. Cool. So this is her patella. It's more like so. What is this goddamn muscle called? The tensor fascia latae. That's it. I keep forgetting that one. But let's see. So the tensor fascia latae comes down from the femur and gets at its thickest starts to die down around here. and then the tendon comes into the patella. Okay. So all of this. I'm gonna make the tensor fascia latae come a little more to jut outside of the leg muscle contour. So I'm gonna make this 3D object now. So it's gonna come down side like that. Well, you're in luck, Joseph, because I'm actually totally drawing her in a sun hat. So that's 3D, great. So then let's take a look at her. So the sartorius comes down around here. Big enough that it would look. I'll show you. It's not going to be like massive, but it will be big enough to where it won't distract, but it will still look good on her figure. So, alright, so all of that is her leg muscle. So then, coming in from the pubis. Alright, so I'm not trying to go outside of the muscles that I defined for her already in the original underlying drawing. I'm just trying to create the muscles that make it up. Because then the idea will be that I'm going to shade it all, and I won't need to do too much guesswork. So. There, see, like it's not like perfect by any stretch, but it's definitely going to do the trick. Okay, cool. So now, let's see. We got one more muscle that comes down like here, and that would be the sartorius. It's this little band that comes down from up here and works its way around the femur. Oh, I'm sorry, around God dang, what do you call this group of muscles here? Well, not the quads, the the quads. Alright, cool. So, the knee is one of those areas I'm not very good at drawing, so I definitely gotta make use of reference here. So it comes down, and then comes. So the knee is only this part. This is actually the tibula. Morsh, how you doing, buddy? And what I'm actually gonna do when I draw these legs out is I'm gonna make the edges a little sharp. You have sharpness, it implies power. Okay. So let's see. I've got two groups of muscles here that are kind of coming together. So here, before I do that, let me go ahead and define the legs. Basic flow. So now we're starting to get into more of the shin muscles. Okay. So things are going to kind of start jutting out this way and kind of You know what? Before I go into that, let me instead focus on her other thigh. So actually, what I'm going to do just to maintain consistency is I'm going to draw her outline for the thigh. Now that I actually have an underlying musculature to copy from. So it's going to come out like that. Yeah, no, I totally missed it. Moore's, well, I mean, he deleted it for a reason, I'm sure, so I'm sure he doesn't want to tell us what he said. But whatever you said, man, I mean, you can keep it public if you want. But that said, it's up to you. So pretty much muscles coming here towards the knee. Just behind. Oh, I appreciate that, Moosh. I'm doing my best to make sure that what I draw doesn't waste anyone's time. So that's the side of our knee. That's where it comes down and comes into the tibia. Right on, right on. So let's go ahead and do the other leg. So this one's going to be a little more confusing because we are kind of doing a bit of a foreshortening thing. So I'm going to see if I can find any references in my book. Damn, so close. That might have been it. Yeah, I've got this book here that, oh. I think that might... Damn it, no, that won't do it. Sorry, fellas, give me 1 second. I'm trying to find a good reference to copy from. You know what? This will do it. So, let me undo, well, let me reduce that opacity and re-increase this one. Alright. So, we're going to go ahead and repeat the process. So, I could see the interior of her leg here. So, we're going to start... I gotta make sure I don't make a mistake and incorrectly place her aces. Her aces is right here, which would mean her sartorius is gonna come around and then ride up towards the knee, like that. That's a good place to start. So. Go ahead and get a smaller brush. Okay. So, once again, I've got okay, I found the perfect reference actually. Here we go. Excellent. Okay. So her aces comes around over here, and the is thighs, and let me go ahead and place her knee. So it's going to be kind of like a box. Box comes down and translates into her tibula. So the tibula is the it's the main leg bone. It's your shin bone in front of your body. An easy way to remember is tough tibula and frail fibula. The fibula is it's the smaller leg bone that is used to twist your leg. The fibula is the one that supports the weight. The fibula is the one that twists it. So tough tibula, frail fibula. Fun little rhyme that helps me remember. Mursh. Yeah, I've been drawing my whole life, and I more or less taught myself. But that doesn't mean I didn't have, like, you know, people along the way who helped point me in the right direction. Okay. So before I do anything, I'm gonna go ahead and get the direction of her tendon squared away. So this is all going to be a tendon that rises from her kneecap and will turn into her femoris pectoralis. So all of this is coming over like this. These are her inner leg muscles. So coming down from here, the thickest part of her leg is going to be right here. And since she's a superhero, I'm gonna make them super massive. So I can come down kind of like that. Not too sharp, maybe. So boom. That turns into her tendon, that goes into her knee. So then all of this comes down and over like so. Ba-dum, ba-dum, right? Now I need this to be a little bigger because it's coming towards us. So this is gonna come. More. When I play video games, I generally play them on PC. So yeah, Tiger's right. Well, I can actually read Cyrillic, so that's why I was saying Murz. If you put a Z at the end, I would have said Murz. I speak a little bit of Russian, so. Okay, so actually her sartorius comes. I gotta get her sartorius placement down. So her sartorius rides along the side of her pectoralis, or her femoris pectoralis. It's got to be a little skinnier because coming out here is another muscle of the femur. You know, I'm making her legs like beefy as hell. So then this kind of comes over like that and turns into a box. What's going on, Diamond? Hello, Jesus. Okay. So let's downcline it. So then the knee. We have two forms there that suggest the bone beneath it. Okay. Okay. Right, so that kind of comes in this way. Well, I believe in you, Diamond. Anyone can animate the way I do. I'm not really even that... I'm not even particularly talented at it, so... I believe in you. I might have gone a little small with the kneecap here. I kind of want to bring it more like that. So... that's okay. Okay. So it's a little messy, but let me go ahead and erase some of the forms here so I can help clear it up. Okay. Okay, cool. Oh no, like a lot of these forms are yeah, they're very mechanical. But it's helping me figure out exactly where the lighting is gonna go. That's gonna be the main thing. Is I'm using this underlying drawing. It's gonna go beneath this drawing here. So these are like the main shapes of her thighs, and this is gonna be the musculature beneath them. I'm gonna use this drawing, the blue one, to help shade it, because I don't want to go too ham on the line work down here. I want to use the shading to indicate her legs. All right, Mush. Have a good night, man. So, same deal here. Her tibia comes out more like that. Kind of comes to meet her ankle bone here. Right. I honestly don't have a lot of interest in animating Venom. I never found. I think Venom's cool, but like, he's not really. I don't like. He's not one of my favorite like villains. He's cool, I guess. So I appreciate the update, but I'm probably never gonna animate him unless someone pays me a ton of money. Okay. Cool. That works. So let me go ahead and turn that down. Alright, so I gotta make some changes. So, inner leg muscles. Okay. Sartorius comes down here. Alright. So all that would be me, all that. So now we're on to the fun stuff, her shin and her feet. So let me go ahead and get that ball rolling here. So I'm basically copying from an anatomy book, and just I'm finding like the closest reference I can, and I'm using that to get the forms correct. So let's go ahead and start here on the leg that's supporting her weight. So it was sarcasm. I'm not really a fan of the feet or the shins. Like it's like the area of the body I had the least experience with. So let's go ahead and do it. No, you know what? I'm gonna do it beneath like I did before. Yeah, you got me. I'm secretly Quentin Tarantino. Let's see. Okay, so the entire foot is basically a wrench. So I got to get that form right. So it comes around. The inside is more of a square. And the outside hangs lower and is more of a triangle. So this right here is basically cool. I think that might need a little less actually. So like and hey man, say what you want about Tarantino, but his movies rock. Except for Magnificent Set, or what was it, the Crazy Eight, or whatever the hell it was called. That one was kind of hit, but it was okay, I guess. Okay, so this is where her in muscles. I don't particularly care if people are into that kind of thing, man. It is what it is. Let's see. So actually, this is gonna kind of merge with your ankle bone like that. This one kind of comes in. Now we're starting to get into some interesting stuff here. Let's see, so I gotta make it to where it looks like the legs can actually support the weight they're carrying. So the best way to do that is to somewhat articulate the muscles. I actually was not aware of that fact about the megalodon. There are actually some people who think the megalodon is actually still alive. These are the same people who probably figure like the Loch Ness monster is totally just hanging out there waiting for someone to find her. As much as I want to believe Nessie exists, it's like, guys, come on. Tiger, what pattern would that be? What are you talking about? So actually this right here is it's two muscles. It comes down like so. And hey, don't knock it, don't knock these guys. They actually make really good work. If that's what they're into on the side, then hey, that's just what they're into, bro. Alright, there we go. See, those shins look like they can definitely support her weight. So now I gotta make the feet be able to give that same feeling. Ah, Jesus Christ. Ugh. Overall, her anatomy's not looking bad. I just gotta have the... I gotta give the feet some attention now. Okay. So let's take a look. See. Again, I'm making ample use of reference here. So this time I can't rely on something to hide her toes. So I gotta excuse me. I actually gotta sit down and draw a proper foot. Wonderful. The thing about drawing, though, is it's purely observation, so this isn't impossible. It's not. I've drawn feet before. Just really don't like it. All right. So let me go find a drawing that has a good structural sense. We'll go ahead and so I gotta get the basic structure down. Okay, so this kind of comes down. So I'm gonna actually draw her foot on a different layer. And I'm gonna do it in a different color. So the ball of it is right here. Right. Where's that other drawing? Let's see. A particular drawing I found it actually might do a trick. This will work. Let me actually go ahead and get my reference in the right spot because I have her foot right over here. So let's see yeah, that's the thing about drawing is we gotta make use of tricks where we can, but sometimes we just gotta take it on the chin and draw it right. So sucks to suck, but that's kind of the game. So all right, here we go. Here's the ball. Just kind of okay. So it kind of comes over and not to use multiple drawings here. So gotta find where those forms are. So my right here, toe is around, big toe is around here. And it's gotta be supported. It's gotta be supported by the base around it like that. So it comes down, and comes over, and comes in. So this is where all the toes are going to originate from. Go ahead and mark that there. Okay. All of this is going to be, there it kind of comes in. And so her toe is going to kind of come in and then come out. In like so. Okay. Ah, Jesus. So luckily, I drew her shin muscles properly. So something is not right. Okay, here we go. We have this, so we're missing this. So one of her muscles comes up that, and then rides back in. Almost like a fall. Cool. So I'm gonna get that flow going. There we go. Cool. Now I need to draw her. I need to draw her soul. It's a reference for that. Her soul is basically just a box. Now it's kind of hidden in the reference, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and include it anyway. So boom, kind of like that. There. Cool. So now I gotta draw her other toes. God dang, do I hate that part. This is like my least favorite part of the body to draw. It's so freaking complicated. And if you mess up one thing, it's not gonna work. Okay, so luckily, okay, so it all kind of comes around. This is the top row of her toes. So this is the secondary row where the toes kind of like come down, almost like a stack. So let's go ahead and get that kind of indicated here. This is her big toe, and then it comes down like that. Alright. So, this is the top of her toe. So it's all kind of... Oh man, I might need to take a break after this because like the toes are really messed up. I need to actually change the spacing on it a little bit. Some of those two toes kind of come forward, like so. Okay. It's not bad. It needs a little more articulation. But I gotta take a break. So I'll be back in about 10 minutes or so. You guys go ahead and just chillax. Alright, I'm back. So I think what I'm gonna finish doing is just the other shin and her foot, and then from there I'll probably call it quits for the day. I was drinking my coffee. If you guys want to help me out with this, my Patreon link is at the very top of this thing. I have options where you can just donate like $1 a month. It'll help me like with, you know, keeping productions of, you know, cartoons and stuff going. I want to hire more people so that way I don't got to do all the work myself. All right. So let's keep moving. I totally did that on the wrong layer, but whatever, I'll live. So, thank you, Ivan. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this part here. So we got her shin muscles. This would be called the this one is the, what is this one got? Yeah, the soleus. That's it, yeah. So, the sartorius came down like that, which means this guy, soleus, is coming down kind of like I'm not really like, is this kind of like the only subject matter that he does? Because I'm looking for like, you know, other people like that do just straight animation in general. Because I don't want to just do, you know, stuff pertaining to large women. It's not really what I want to delve into too much longer. In the end, I'm an animator first and foremost, and I've got ideas. All right. Let's see. So the sartorius down over here. Let me go ahead and get the tune sandwich. I've actually heard of tune sandwich before. Okay. Sartorius more or less merges with the tibia. Yeah, I'll give him a look-see. Thank you for the recommendation. Okay. So then we've got the gastrocnemius, and it comes down like so. Might need to. Okay. So this is the we're going to start getting into some more complicated territory here with this other foot. So this one is in a box. Kind of comes up like that. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, cool. This is all just gonna be guidelines for doing her what you call it, shading. So, all right. Okay. Okay, here we go. That's good. Okay, let me see if I can find a drawing that will help me draw a pointed foot. Perfect. Alright, so I'll go back to the foot layer that I did, which will be that one, I guess. Alright, so got our ball, got our ankle bone. So this is going to kind of come down. Sort of angle in like that. So actually I made a little mistake. That's gonna kind of come down. And it's swing over like so. Okay. So from here we've got muscles that swing in and behind toe line. Go ahead and make a ball out of them. Okay. Now that's going to kind of come down and form the back of her sole, which I'm going to make into a box. Kind of like this. Kind of have it swing like so. So then I've got the upper plane of her foot. Let me make sure I'm doing this correctly. Doom, doom. Cool. So now this is where her toe line is going to be. It's going to kind of jut out like this. Yvonne, I actually do not utilize 3D models for this. I'm copying from books. So, pretty close, I guess. So I'm utilizing books and the picture of a model. So that model right there. And I'm having to adapt what I see on her drawing over here and sort of work it into something over here. But I have a book right next to me that I'm continuously studying from. My knowledge of anatomy isn't like isn't like novice, but it's not like so great that I can do it all from my head either. Okay. Here we go. So I figure with a character like this, she would probably have more muscled appendages. Go ahead and get the line in for where her foot will end. Will be more. Okay. So, boom. Yeah, I'm not very great at drawing feet, so I'm kind of having to take it slow and build her her form. Because if I don't, I will very likely screw it up. So it wouldn't go outside of that. But doom. Come over like so. But doom. Doom. Like so. Okay. I'm probably gonna need to erase this a little bit so I can try to define what's happening over here a little clearer. But I think we're on a good track. Here would be her toenail, and then down here we would start to see where her toe line begins. So actually her toe line would come out like okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with that fact, Random. She is a superhero after all. Okay. I think that's probably as far as I want to articulate that right now. So here's what I'm gonna do now. So all of this. Oh, you're good, Smith. So I'm gonna actually merge all of this together. So boom, boom. That might be a little too. Yeah, here we go. Cool. Yeah, Smith, you more or less got it. She'll be doing, you know, she'll be, you know, beach stuff. She's kind of like walking along the beach, like the beach line. That nose line needs to come up a tad. Oh, nope, that's the wrong there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix these together. And just for the heck of it, I want to make it all one color. I generally like to color on blues. So, well, I like to draw, like, you know, roughs on blues. So, all right. So I might need to make some adjustments to her shape overall. So right here, it's a little too soft for my taste. So let me do this. I'm gonna try to make it a little more angular. Because she is super yoked. So I need to do whatever I can to help sell that. So over here at her abdominal area, I might add a little more, just a little more volume to it. And down here, same deal. Okay. And so all of this. Okay. Looking at it, I think I need to bring this a little bit right around there. Yeah, sorry if I'm not talking too much. I'm kind of just in that zone. You know what I mean? Okay. Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and sketch in her. I appreciate the information, Random. That said, I am very familiar with Venom, so I know what Venom's capabilities are. Alright. I better actually take this and turn up the opacity a tad so I can see what is actually happening. So, I'm actually going to shrink Jennifer's hair a little bit. Alright, so... Okay. So, it comes up, it swings in. So, our ear is going to be hidden behind this. So, I totally didn't need to draw that, but whatever. Okay. So then coming down here will be your pectoralis major. I'm gonna need to go a little. I want to figure out something with the hair because there's a lot going on with it. I might have to do what they did in The Little Mermaid and just kind of make it like Ariel, where it's kind of like a few masses. This will be rounded off. Oh, that's right. I was giving her a sun hat as well. So let me actually bring that down a tad. Probably like so. All right. I think I'm getting pretty close to going on to line work. I might have to do some more sketching. But I think this is where I'm going to stop for now. Alright guys, so thanks for coming to my stream today. I'm sure there will be more later. If you guys want to see more stuff, and you guys want to help out with production, especially now that I'm kind of like ramping up for my next animation, my Patreon link is at the top of this. I have options where you can just, donate $1 a month. Every little bit helps. If you can donate, or if you feel like donating, I would be extremely humbled if you did. If not, I appreciate your support anyway and coming to these things. It helps a lot when I'm not just doing it by myself. So, all right, guys, I gotta go. You guys have a good rest of your Sunday, and I will catch you guys later. Thank you very much.